Hi, it's Gwyneth here on a fabulous Feel Good Friday, teaching emotional intelligence to create brilliance. Now, what happens when you fall out of love with what you're doing? Because it's a little bit strange for me. I've sensed that something different has been happening, and I mentioned at the beginning of the year that was going to be moving more towards the emotional intelligence aspect, really helping you more than ever to feel confident being who you are, so that you do what you love, so that you go out there and leave a legacy, impact your community, whatever it is that you want to do. And as I've been talking about these things, I've suddenly realized, or not suddenly, it's been a kind of a slow realization that actually I don't enjoy doing everything that I've been doing for the past 7 years. So this caused me to reflect a little bit more, and I thought, well, actually there is nothing wrong with that, because I'm the one telling people, just because you do one thing today doesn't mean to say you have to carry on doing it tomorrow. You're not the same person that you are today that you are last week or last year, and you won't be the same person in a year's time. And then I started thinking about the jobs I had when I was actually employed, and I think the longest I was ever with an organisation was 6 years. 6 years, and in that organisation I had 3 jobs. So when I started thinking about this, I realised that actually I'm not the kind of person to carry on doing the same thing forever and ever and ever. And there's something very deep inside that is telling me there is more that I have to do. So what this means is that I'm going to be stepping away from, you know, even further from the kind of traditional career and finding out what it is that you want to do, going a lot deeper with people who decide they want to work with me. Because the other thing is I'm going to be severely limiting the number of people I work with one-to-one now, because although it's something I do enjoy, it's not something I absolutely love. And it has to be somebody, well, it might be you, somebody very special. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean to say you're not special if you don't want to work with me. But I love working with groups. My energy is bigger with groups, workshops, on the stage, talking to thousands, more online stuff on the Facebook page, on YouTube. I'm kind of thinking out loud here. The message I think this week is, when you fall out of love with what you're doing, give yourself some space to find out what you do love doing, but also give yourself permission to let go without being afraid of people rejecting you, people saying, don't be so stupid, how could you leave your job, you know, you've got a good salary, who do you think you are, you'll never make it. All those fears that come up with us when major changes happen, even if it is just a job change, or a job change is a life change. But dealing with those fears of rejection and no longer fitting in and all the rest of it, at some point you become more important than what anybody else thinks. And whose life is it anyway? That's a bit of a mishmash, isn't it, this week? Nevertheless, I wish you a fabulous Feel Good Friday, an amazing weekend, loads of love, and bye for now.